Hi, everyone. Good afternoon, and hope you're doing well. Welcome to Conversations with MM. This is Marivir Montebon, and this is another episode of Conversations with MM, which is taking its vibrant life here in the community of New York and in the East Coast. So, ano na siya? It's fall already. I'm wearing my jacket. It's already getting cold, kaya keep yourselves warm and drink lots of water, warm water, soup, kape to survive the upcoming cold season. So, our topic for this afternoon is very important. It's something that we all can use and to help each other. We are talking of cooperativism or a cooperative in New York and owned by Filipino teachers. So this is something that's special, substantial, and uh, very, very helpful sa mga buhay natin dito sa US. So, the teachers co-op is called Unified Cooperative. And Unified, I am proud to say, is the biggest global organization of Filipino teachers. And hindi lang sila ni stop sa pagka-global organization of teachers. They also organize into a self-help group, which is a cooperative. So I would be so happy to introduce to you our guests. Mga suki ko ito. This is a very good teacher, a teacher that the US really owes a lot. That I can say. He is the general manager of Unified Cooperative, Mr. Ronie Mataquel. Hi, Ron. Welcome.
Hi, good afternoon,
Excellent.
Maribel. Thank you for inviting me again.
Of course, I like talking to you.
Thank you.
You can see. And also, I'd like to welcome the treasurer of the Unified Co-op, the better half of Ronnie, Justine Mataquel. Hi, Justine.
Hi, Mary Beer. Thank you for inviting me. I'm nervous. This is my first time, but for those who are
Uh,
listening, for those who will be able to watch this video, hi, hello everyone. I hope you're gonna enjoy our conversation and get some tips on like how can we help or how do we benefit from this organization.
yes, thank you, Justine. I'm sure you will be able to share a lot of your experiences sa ating mga audience.
Of course.
And last but not least, the co-op chairperson. I have to make it correct. Co-op chairperson, Mr. Flo Coronel. Hello, Sir Flo Coronel. Maayong hapon. Good afternoon.
Maayong hapon, Marivir. Good afternoon, everyone.
Thank you
And
for joining us.
good afternoon to my colleagues, our GM and our finance officer slash treasurer, si Justeena.
Amazing.
Good afternoon.
So I know you're so busy, you're teachers and you're running an organization and you are managing your families too. And so thank you so much for your time. Tell us about the history of the Unified Teachers Cooperative. How did this evolve into a sturdy group? I know na ano kayo, you have a lot of savings already being mobilized. So maybe Ronnie can provide that information.
Yeah. So actually, the cooperative actually came into the picture. It has actually started in 2016
Mm-hmm.
when we actually had a one of our members, which is Fea Arinasa. She used to be very active co-op member at the same time officers in her province in Camotes Island. And then when she became the president of our New Mexico chapter, she actually approached Tita Lumen and I if we can put up a co-op. But at the time, we still don't know how to actually register it, knowing that a Unified just started.
Mm-hmm.
So when she actually transferred to Maryland, that's where we get the chance to register it as a different, separate 501c organization, separate to Unified, and we launched it in New York when we had our summit.
So you when did you launch it, Ron?
in 2016.
Oh, amazing. So what does it take to be a member of a co-op?
Okay, so when we started actually, since it is under the Unified Inc., you
Mm-hmm.
need to be a member of the teacher organization, which is the Unified Inc.,
Mm-hmm.
before you become a member of the Unified Co-op.
I see. So that policy exists up to now. Ganun
Up
pa
to
rin
now,
yun.
yeah. So that's the
Yeah,
policy also that we adopt here in New York.
I see.
So with our New York co-op, it was actually we registered it as a separate entity. We registered it in the state of New York in order for
Mm-hmm.
us to actually do business here.
Mm-hmm. So what is the principle of a cooperative, and then why do you have to have a co-op na meron naman kayong organization? Can Flo Coronel shed light on this? Ano ang distinction, ano ang specific function ng co-op?
Oh, okay. I don't want to misquote myself, so I am just cheating a little bit. I want to read it from the flyers that we all hand or distribute, and it's also in our Facebook page. So
Mm-hmm.
these are our, well, the main purpose and the objectives. So
Mm-hmm.
basically, to inculcate a culture of thrift and to assist
Oh.
members attain financial stability.
Uh-huh.
So, unang-una talaga yon. And then, the second one is to create funds and grant loans to members for productive and providential purposes. And last, to undertake actions such as collection and investment of funds through good governance and efficient implementation of the provisions of the cooperative. So to summarize all those, the three statements is that we would like not only as a self-help kind of mechanism for all
Mm-hmm.
the teachers, for the organization, but also it's kind of a noble purpose, to inculcate a culture of thrift. So, I mean, we don't stop learning really. So we
Mm-hmm.
learn day by day. So it's also called a self-discipline. Turuan tayo how to save, how to
Mm-hmm.
not really to be, misers or to be very frugal, but yung thrift lang ba? Yung
Mm-hmm.
spending resources or money wisely.
That's a good value, and that's very important
It
because
is. Yeah.
many people are not able to have that discipline kasi gasto lang ng gasto, and then
Mm-hmm.
no value for savings ba. That's actually a challenge, like me personally too. Like, 'di ba, there is this principle in life now: when you earn, you always set aside savings and then spend whatever is there, basta na set aside mo na yung savings. But how many people actually do that? So the co-op is helpful. So I'd like to ask Justine, how do you ask your members to save and then put it in the cooperative para you have your resources pooled?
Actually, we do not actually ask them. First of all,
Uh,
Unified Co-op is lucky enough that the members are the one. What is this? They are the one volunteering to like save. The
nice.
other, yeah, the other way of encouraging our members to put their capital share or saving co-op is that we actually update them with regards to, on a regular basis. We actually update them with regards to how the co-op is operating, is it growing.
Mm-hmm.
Though it's just an update, they get to like encourage. And also, there was a time that our members, when they borrow money or when they make a loan, and then they create use it for a project, a big project in the Philippines.
Mm-hmm.
We, if they want to share, they share their they share what the, where did that fund go, like that in our group chat. And also the other also a way of them is, we encourage them to avail of the services of co-op, because when you avail of the services of co-op, there is this thing that we call retention fund. So once you avail the services of co-op, when you pay monthly, that monthly payment comes with capital build up. An amount of
Mhm.
your monthly payment uh, goes to your capital share. So
Which means mo, lalaki ang capital share mo?
correct,
I see.
correct. Yeah.
So that's very encouraging.
Mm-hmm.
So how much should a member contribute? May minimum contribution ba?
One capital share is $100.
Oh, and so anyone can put have as much as ano, mga dollars na or walang limit 'yon.
No limits, no limits, but we provide them every year. We do a financial report, so we provide them with their we provide members individual statement, COP statement, and in
Uh-huh.
that statement it shows even the first penny they put in co-op as capital share, it's being shown in the statement of account. So let's say the statement of account last year they lost it. When they get their statement account this year, it shows everything.
Oh, so very transparent siya.
They get updated. Aside from the group chat updates, they still get what's this an update through their copy statement, financial statement.
Galing naman. So I'd go back to Ronnie. Ron, ano naman ang naging inspiration ng mga teachers and you decided to have a cooperative? May matinding pangangailangan ba na to help each other or talaga bang sumusobra na ang inyong mga income?
Uh,
Kailangan
you know, I think what inspired us probably siguro kung bakit we decided to put up this co-op kasi like with other compared to other professions, I think yung
Yeah.
mga teacher natin hindi talaga ganun ka dami yung pera natin eh. And I think we are more on no, kawang gawa yung mga guro natin. Yeah, so we'll take it that way. We do some like extra work sa mga eskwela natin. Minsan marami
Yeah.
tayong like we're giving out yung trabaho lang namin dapat ay magtuturo but at the end of the day nagpo-provide din kami ng mga lapis, ballpen and because of that
Even in the US?
even in the US, yes. So
Oh
we
my
do
gosh.
that. Like at the same time sa Pilipinas, tayo din ang masyadong nilalapitan din tayo like with Unified as an organization. Marami kaming mga uh, kasamahan din namin siguro sa trabaho sa Pilipinas or even like kasamahan sa academe and they would always ask for like help. So wala talaga ding naiipon
Uh,
kung titingnan natin yung mga teachers and most of us probably paycheck to paycheck din yung ating trabaho. But we can't deny the fact na mayroon talagang mga emergency cases na nangyayari.
mhm.
And I think when members actually or teachers wanted to join Unified, yung first thing nila na ang una nilang tinatanong what are the benefits of joining
Yes.
without actually knowing na we Unified is more on community service. Wala talaga ding like when we look at the bigger picture yung benefits mo of joining it's not we can't give anything in return but
Mhm.
actually we are always asking them ano ba yung maitutulong mo so yun yung main purpose kung why are you joining like Unified so it's more on community service so siguro yung inspiration dito is for putting up the co-op we can provide for like a small amount and when there's some emergencies pag may mga nangihingi ng pambili ng pintura sa Pilipinas or school supplies or even the scholarship funds we actually got it from you can just call yung co-op and then you can borrow which is like the easiest way kasi kung maghiram pa sa bangko minsan like mahirap pa
Right.
kailangan may collateral or like you have good credit score or anything like that but if you are a member of Unified and being a co-op member tatawag ka lang you can borrow emergency loan $1,000 or uh, you just need the co-makers and you can actually apply for a loan which is double your share. So yun yung mga motivation. That's one reason kung bakit we decided to put up the co-op. And then as what FO mentioned also, that's one way also for them to save money little by little. You borrow money but at the same time hindi mo nakikita na nagbi-build up na pala yung capital share mo. So
Mhm.
we are teaching our members to save also.
Galing. So that's really encouraging, ano po. So, Mr. Flo Coronel, ano naman ang how do you ensure na the funds are being kept safely and people are paying? So, may ano bang mechanism nito para hindi maubos ang pera sa kakahiram at baka hindi na makabalik ang pera?
Okay. All right. So without really going into the nitty-gritty, the details ng CBL, of course, we're
Mhm.
all, any organization for that matter, are governed by the provisions of the Constitution and bylaws.
Mhm.
Even from prior to formation, it's there. So all it needs to be done just to protect the interest of the members, and of course, these are funds which we always considered sacred and holy. Pinaghirapan nila yan, so talagang you must protect those. So we have built-in mechanisms. For instance, up to a certain level, we require, by the way, just in passing, there are technically, ang common namin ngayon are three types of loans. Merong isa which is not really being availed of regularly, yung educational. But the most common ones are the regular loans, convenience loan, and emergency loans. Any one of those type is that may kanya-kanyang parameters or criteria to avail of. Up to a certain level, may nire-require na kaming co-maker. And then there will be the standard requirements like presentation of a pay stub, certificates of employment, kung multiple employment ba, and absent that, may mga alternative naman. Say for instance, just to show proof of income ng aming member, because definitely nag-work naman halos lahat dito, no, productive. So they have to show bank statements. So
Mhm.
we're kind of liberal with those. It's not really absolute that it must only be pay stubs, it must only be certificate of employment. Kasi it is a fact that there are productive members of the community who are not into the mainstream employment. Pero malalakas silang kumita.
Mhm.
So may mga ganon. So how do we know and how can they show proof? Then we request for bank statement. So it can
Oh.
be a regular 3 month statement or even 6 months period. Just just to see the consistency ba yung pasok. But anyway, may mga parameters nga, no? Meron kaming credit committee which as a body they do evaluation. So they do computation. So how much is the loan being applied for? How much is the income nitong individual na to? Then after figuring or factoring everything, kaya niya ba yung monthly amortization? Or pwede ba tayong mag-adjust? So, and by the way, the most important thing that I would really like to emphasize is ang cooperative namin dito as compared to other cooperatives in the Philippines, lalo na yung mga multipurpose,
Mhm.
uh, they extend the loans based on collateral sometimes. Dito,
Mhm.
the way we design this unified co-op, it's more of a character loan.
So trust.
Yeah, trust. So you put your money there and then you loan against your deposit, and then if it's not enough dahil malaki yung hinihiram mo, then you find a co-maker. So yung
Mhm.
co-maker then will have to go through the screening process namin. So pag na-approve, and then that's it. And so far, sa 4 years of operation, and our finance officer Justeena can attest to this,
Mhm.
wala kaming serious na delinquency.
That's
So
nice.
yeah, so because not only are the credit screeners being very careful, but
Mhm.
also because there's always a value to a community of members ba that
Mhm.
you somehow know each other. Maybe not everyone, you may not know everyone, but at least you know someone who knows that someone, and they're all members. So based on that, madaling i-manage eh. So,
Mm-hmm.
so
So, umiikot ang pera.
yeah, umiikot ang pera and walang serious na delinquency. As compared yung walang mga personal touch, napaka sometimes the credit and collection is very hard to manage. Dito naman so far very very exceptional. May mga ano kami except maybe extraordinary circumstances. But usually hindi, they pay it on time, they come
Mhm.
up or they communicate. At we're lucky enough for the past 4 years ng operation, we only have one, well, we call her FO, pero treasurer siya based on our constitution and bylaws. But she's the only one since this was started in New York, napakasipag niya. Na, I mean,
Wow.
yung follow-up, yung name it, kahit anong oras ng gabi, whether it's a holiday, Christian holiday, Jewish
Very
holiday,
devoted.
yes, and
So,
in a very nice manner too. So
amazing. So, Justine, kudos to you. Buti naman at hindi wala kang delinquent mga members. But how do you manage all this to make sure na efficient ang takbo ng cooperative? Mahirap din
Um,
siguro yan.
Actually, yan talaga yung maningil talaga yung pinakamabigat na trabaho ng kahit na sirong siguro na ano na treasurer. In a business, pag ganyan yung nature ng job mo, siguro kung may pagpipilian ka lang, hindi mo pipiliin yun. But um, as what our chairman said, Unified Co-op is lucky enough because the members, there are, I'm not going to lie, there are late payments, there are past due accounts. However, in a proper communication
Mm.
and coupled with patience and um maybe dedication, it paid off. They Our members at some point come back and reach out to us. And if I can see, kasi ako lang yung nakakakita ng uh I'm the only one who can anticipate what's gonna happen because of the history of each
Uh-huh.
account. If I can see that it's going to hurt co-op, or it will affect the interest of the members and the co-op itself, I go to the board. I bring it to their attention, and that's when really when the good thing in this organization is that we we know our limitations. So once I bring the situation to the board, they respond right away because they know that I don't really go to them on a very simple thing, something like that.
Mhm.
So I see it first. I see it on this level. I look at the records regularly, and based on those history that I see on the record, I act on it. I act. We act on it, and uh, luckily, everything is running better and better and progressing.
That's
No.
great. So, I remember you told me that borrowers will have to issue post-dated checks. So, is that security enough na you are able to ensure na nagbabayad sila?
Yes, and you know what's happening now is that the post dated check that they are issuing, it's not being used because
Oh,
once they call me, our um in our CBL, if they call me to hold the check,
oh,
I have to hold the check even if it's due. So
I
the
see.
thing is, what our members are doing is that instead of calling me, they are sending their payment electronically through
Parang
Zelle.
auto pay.
Yes, so we don't even have to communicate anymore. But we do require post-dated checks.
Oh, I see. So that's still another security measure, isn't it? Even if it's like outmoded.
Yes, there are layers and layers. It works. Honestly, it works, and you know, they don't they comply, the members comply.
Great. So I would like to shift into the personal question sa inyong tatlo. You are leaders. So ano ang inyong inspiration while you're doing this? I mean, you have so much going on professionally and sa family as well, but you persist, and that's seen in how vigorous Unified has become. So I'll start with Ronnie. Ano naman ang inspiration mo, Ron, at go ka lang ng go? Para
Actually,
sa
to be honest,
Unified.
like uh going like my organization is, I would say, stress reliever ko actually talaga yung
Oh,
organization.
that's good.
Sometimes if you are actually working like more than 12 hours a day, like I'm a high school math teacher like full time, and then I do adjunct jobs, and then you're teaching math for the whole day, even up to nighttime.
Mhm.
During my free time, parang like, you want that other venue for you to grow, like hindi lang sa classroom. So yung organization ko, yun yung talaga yung like motivation. I'm always looking forward to have another activities other than like teaching, other than like staying at home, like with the kids. Like parang masaya na ako na nakikita ko, like, and like I'm with other people like teachers and like community members. Siguro yun yung motivation ko. At the same time,
Mhm.
uh, like growing up, I think na hindi naman ganun karangya yung buhay. Yung parang like now na you have that capability, you have capacity, meron kang nakikita na you can actually help others. Yun yung nagmo-motivate sa that you can like keep on moving forward. I think yun yung aking motivation while I'm doing this, despite of so many like things going on, busy sa schedule sa work. I still find time to help kasi I think hindi naman ako naging ganito. I'm not gonna be in this position without the help of others also sa akin. So it's one way for me to give back to the
Galing
community.
naman.
Yeah.
So Unified is your form of relaxation or
I would say so. Like sometimes kasi like, if you like sa dami ng trabaho natin sa bahay, that sometimes you just want like, I mean sa work and then sa bahay.
uh-huh.
Uh, Parang gusto mo na ring magstay, and then what will happen, parang wala rin namang like nag-ano ka lang, pahinga ka lang, but at if you go out and mingle with other like colleagues and then members sa organization, parang nagbibigay siya ng ibang saya sa
So yeah,
akin, yeah.
that's your community, kumbaga.
Mhm, yeah.
Amazing. So ano naman ang kay Flo na personal gratification sa ganitong involvement sa cooperative?
Okay, well, thanks for the question, Marivir. So, prior
Hmm.
to coming over, I had been a Rotarian for a long time, Metro
Hmm.
Manila, sa Rotary Club of Cubao. But even then, our service, well, we always brandish it around, service above self, laging ganon. But
Hmm.
we never really had that opportunity there because it so happened that my club is parang elite yung club ko, yung mother
Mhm.
club talaga ng Cubao. I mean, who's who, yung mga members doon. So, we would be going into mga civic action projects, but puro lang kami photo op because we had members na iba walang yung ganito na talagang
Walang real action.
yeah, you don't go to the street and sweep. Wala kaming ganon. Of course, we had the money and then nasa corporate kasi ako noon. So, all my expenses were shouldered by my employer. Kasi
Mhm.
Rotarian din siyang, kasama sila ni mga Gokong Way ba. But
Mhm.
anyway, and having been there more than 10 years, it's been ingrained with me na ganun nga, mag-community service. But life in
Mhm.
Metro Manila, pag gising mo, madilim pa. Pag uwi mo, madilim na.
Mhm.
So, nandun ka lang sa work lagi. So, coming here, I was kind of like searching that, and then I didn't want to go back to the corporate world.
Mhm.
So, nag-reinvent ako. Napunta ako dito ngayon sa I took care of classes, nag-caregiving ako, so I had more time. So
Mhm.
sa Seattle, ayokong pumasok ng organization, but I got myself busy with volunteering work. And
Mhm.
mostly, meron kaming doon, maliit na Jose Rizal Park. So nagbo-volunteer ako, doon kami naglilinis. So I gather
Oh.
people, but it wasn't really an organized kind of thing. And moving forward, nawala na yon. So I moved here to the East Coast. Ang ang unang ko, I wasn't really active sa community at that time. Although maraming Pilipino na dito. Even then, this was 2013, I already lived here in Woodside. So
Mm.
maraming instances sana. But my personal circumstances then was not really very conducive to me serving in the Filipino community kasi ibang lahi yung partner ko noon. So in
Oh.
fairness to her, so ayun, divide yung time mo kasi ibang culture, ibang belief. So
Mhm.
iba yung schedules namin until I got involved little by little dito sa St. Sebastian Parish. So active
Mm.
ako sa parish activities. Especially dahil nandyan si Father Joey, who's been my friend from many, many years na. So, nandoon lang until again, at some point, tumatanda na tayo, hindi na full-time yung work, then I became busy with dito sa community. So at first, yun lang mga kasama dito na informal lang. I joined CDO Miss or not officially, but kung may activity sila, sama-sama ako. May lilinisin sila, linis din ako. Then,
Mhm.
whoever. And then, alam mo na, may mga political organizations or political activities, lalo na yung panahon ng DDS, election of Duterte to 2016. So, nandiyan na yan sina Pres Ernie, andun na sina Jocelyn Cambaya noon. So, I got invited, but I never really joined formally. But, I did my own kasi actively working pa ako noon. I was managing a medium-sized home care agency. So, full-time din ako, Monday through Friday, tapos on-call pa Saturday.
Mhm.
So, ganun lang. But, a couple of years later after that, when I did a self-retirement, nag-retire na ako sa active employment, I put up my own little agency just to pay the bills. Ika nga, pay the rent. So, minamanage ko lang. I had more time in my hands now.
Mhm.
So, ayun, na-involved na ako sa Unified plus all other organizations. And then, the rest is history.
You're
Na-active
like seeking community life, no?
So, sort of, ibabalik mo na rin. And then, you find all of a sudden you realize that there's a there's a need for your services. So,
Right.
hindi naman natin ipagkakait yun. No? We don't deprive the community with that. Kung may need, kailangan nila. So, sinusupply ko yun. And kung nakakatulong, good. Pag hindi nakatulong, slowly you go into the background or the sidelines. Ganun lang.
Amazing. So that's the kind of leadership that the Unified is getting from you. So that's amazing too.
So,
So
well,
ano
thank
naman
you.
si Justin, what keeps you going para sa Unified? Ano naman ang iyong personal gratification nito, Justine?
Actually, for the longest time, I'm not involving myself in the organization because way back like 5 years ago, I had a baby 8 years ago. So I had a baby. And then what motivated me actually is that first of all, I am $125 richer than them every month. that's that's my best motivation. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
But kidding aside, Maribir, hindi ako masyadong I am not a very how should I say it? I'm not a very friendly person na um yung I can get along with a lot of people.
Uh-huh.
But when co-op started, I I realized that even if I was like that, um I felt how people value no matter who you are.
Mhm.
So Why? When we started co-op, they just so in everything, every position is interim.
Oh, yeah.
Our When we sat down and did the CBL, review the CBL, and then suddenly they said to me, "You are the treasurer," and then we launch.
Mm-hmm.
How did I feel that people valued me? I don't even know them,
Mm-hmm.
and they just hand in cold cash to me. This is my membership. This is my money. This is my capital share. Can you imagine, in anywhere, kahit saan, nasa park kami, nasa party, nasa birthdayhan, they just hand in $2,000, $1,000, like that.
Wow.
And I was like, I can't believe na they trusted me just because they know that I'm the co-op treasurer. I don't think so. They
Mm.
trusted me because I'm a part of Unified. They trusted me because they get to know that I'm the treasurer of Unified, that I was uh, the interim treasurer, something like that. That
Mm-hmm.
one, I felt how people valued me, and that trust,
Mm-hmm.
hindi ko matatawaran yun.
Mm,
That's
amazing.
my best motivation, kidding aside. The trust of the people,
Mm-hmm.
that's what's kept me going, and I will hold on to that. And if I can still give justice to this job, I'll do it. If I can no longer do it, I would honestly tell the members of call. But that's the only motivation I have.
Galing. Thank you naman. That's really so inspiring, Justine, that you are so beholden by the trust of that's given to you. So alam mo, that's really important sa leadership as well. I mean, it's really amazing that you shared your mind to us, how you are so like you're all volunteers, and makikita mo naman sa vigor ng organization because the leaders are really like for service, for not for ego trip, which is quite also prevalent in many other organizations in the community. So salute talaga sa Unified for being such an exemplary organization. It's really like, I think it's the composition of the group that will define itself as an organization. So all the best to you. Thank you so much for your time, Ronnie, Justine, and Flo. It's been truly inspiring. One last note. Would you be able to provide training kung halimbawa may mga certain small groups of friends who want to create a self-help organization like a cooperative, maybe another teachers co-op or a friends co-op or a journalist co-op? Do you think you are able to provide your expertise on that if we somebody asks you or invites you to help us organize? Or maybe Flo or Ronnie will say something.
Yeah, having been into this like operation for more than like 4 years or more already, with our little knowledge, like on my part, actually I think we can share, we can already help with Flo as our chairman. Actually, I think he is knowledgeable also with the operation of the co-op. Yeah, we are actually willing. We get this unified co-op running because of the help of someone also that introduced this to us, and I'm sure we can duplicate this one or triplicate like with other organization in our community. Why not?
Thank you very much. That's heartwarming to know. So people who want to organize and be disciplined in their savings, just contact Ronnie and Sir Flo Coronel and Justine. Thank you so much for your time, and until we meet again in our community and on Facebook. So
Thank
maraming
you.
salamat and God bless sa inyong endeavors.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, Marivir.
Thank you also, Marivir.
Thank you very much. And so, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching this episode. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Okay, bye-bye for now.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.